Hey guys, welcome back. So, are you watching me or am I watching you? Oh man, oh man. Before we begin, I wanted to thank everybody that's works in the medical field, anybody that's in law enforcement, anybody in customer service, retail stores, grocery stores, hardware stores, you name it. I want to thank all of you guys. You guys are on the front lines. I want to thank all of you. You guys are making it happen. You're getting out there. You're being strong despite of all the challenges that we face, all the fears and reactions that people are going to throw at you. I want to thank all of you. You guys are really rolling with the punches and you're making it happen. I love that. And I just want to share that with you. Don't be scared. I don't want any of you to be scared. I want you guys to really open your eyes and be aware of your surroundings. Really pay attention. Don't be blinded by all this false information that is being fed to you. All that stuff is just going to make you feel more isolated. It's going to make you feel more depressed, and it's going to make you feel more alone. And it's the perfect recipe for disaster. It's the best manifesto of all time. It's going to make you complacent, and it's going to make you react in a manner that's going to keep you further apart from each other. And that's not what the game plan is here. And you're always going to have the right and the left always fighting with each other. And the thing is, they're never going to get together, get along as one. And when you're building that home, you got to build that foundation. You know, you got to get tools, you got to get all the material. And when you get that nail, you get that hammer and start hammering away, you got to use both hands, brother. Both hands. That's it. Both hands together. And that's the thing that we don't see. You know, we think of conservative ways, and then we think of non-traditional ways. But what we're really not thinking about is true beneficial ways. How are we benefiting in the long run? During the week of the freeze, the whole state of Texas was crushed, and people didn't have power for a few days. Some people didn't even have water, and it really made me think, who is in control? Definitely not you. Definitely not me. And in the event that when it really hits the fan, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know, we like to think that if we have enough firearms and ammunition that we're going to be safe, we're going to be protected. But when you take all the numbers, the people all around the world, it's going to outnumber all the firearms and ammunition that you have. What do you do then? People, they want to be more conscious about the planet. So they're buying electric cars so they won't burn up the fossil fuels and pollute the air. But these electric cars, they're using electricity, and electricity is being ran by some of these plants, and some of these plants, they need to run. They're using fuels and chemicals and such to make the turbines turn to make that electricity. And when we had that freeze, there was no electricity. And the reality was, we had kind of that moment, what if the grid collapsed? What would we do then? And my brother and I were out and about, and a lot of these places were closed because there was no electricity. And there was a few convenience stores like 7-Eleven, and they had the power off, but you were still able to buy stuff if you had money. And a lot of places, they're not using money anymore because they say it's dirty, and they just want to protect their employees and protect customers and all sorts of stuff, because they don't want the virus to spread that way. But they encourage you to use your card. But a lot of people that use cards, they still have to put their card in the little slot and key in their PIN number or whatever, however method they use to pay with that card. They're touching that keypad. That keypad's full of germs, right? It made me really think about stuff. And then with the whole stimulus check being distributed to everyone, and we're apparently getting a third one, it's costing somebody something. It's costing someone something. And, we think it's free money and such, but I really started thinking about it. What if the market crashes and the value of currency is no longer there? What do we do then? God. It's a scary time right now. And it makes me wonder why the urgency to go back to this normalcy. And it's like the old saying, keeping the poor poor and making the rich richer. Somebody's got to do the dirty work, right? Maybe that's why the state of Texas is open 100%, right? And somebody's got to do the work, right? But I just wanted to take that time to thank those that are really making it happen. Thank you for not turning away people of both sides, whether it's the left or the right. You guys are the true heroes. We look to the person behind the office, behind that chair. We look for that person for answers, but it seems like no matter who's behind that office, it's more divided than ever. And you guys in the medical field don't do that. You help out everyone. Thank you. I wanted to remind all of you that if you're feeling alone and you're feeling a little down, now's the time that you can do something about that. Go volunteer. Go help at the food pantry. If you have a pickup truck, help deliver supplies to the less fortunate, those that are really struggling. We complain about the stuff that we don't have when we have a lot. We have a roof over our heads. Some of us still have a job. Some of us work from home. And we don't realize what we have. But yet we complain about the stuff we don't have. And it's just a sad time right now. Anyhow, enough of that. So lift yourself up, do it one day at a time, and this too shall pass. I promise. Man, oh man, that's what I'm saying.